Each of us possesses a powerful instrument that can either uplift us or drag us down the mind. It shapes our perceptions, influences our decisions, and molds our reality. But the crucial question we must ask ourselves is, are we in control of our minds, or are they controlling us? To understand this, we must first recognize the immense power our minds hold. Imagine waking up each day and feeling empowered by your thoughts instead of shackled by them. Our thoughts have the ability to define our day, our relationships, and ultimately our lives. It's time we take a moment to reflect on whether we are the architects of our own thoughts or merely the victims of them. One effective way to regain control is through awareness and mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we take the time to pause and reflect, we create space for clarity. This practice allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It is in this space that we can find our true power. However, being aware is just the beginning. We must also challenge those negative thoughts that creep into our minds. It's easy to fall into the trap of self-doubt, but we have the ability to challenge these beliefs. Ask yourself, is this thought true? What evidence do I have to support it? By reframing our thoughts, we can shift our mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. We must build healthy habits that promote a positive mindset. Consider incorporating daily practices such as journaling, meditation, or even simple affirmations. These small yet powerful rituals can help us cultivate a sense of control over our thoughts and emotions, transforming them from chaotic to harmonious. Let's not forget the importance of community. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Seek out those who encourage you to be your best self. In a world that can often feel isolating, having a support system can be the difference between thriving and merely surviving. Together we can share insights, foster growth, and empower one another to take charge of our minds. As we reflect on the theme of controlling our minds before they control us, let us remember our thoughts shape our reality. By embracing awareness, challenging negativity, cultivating healthy habits, and surrounding ourselves with support, we can regain mastery over our minds. So let us embark on this journey together, knowing that we have the power to control our minds and in turn our destinies. Thank you. The mind is a remarkable and complex entity, one that significantly influences how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. It acts as a powerful lens through which we interpret our experiences, shaping our beliefs, emotions, and actions. Understanding the mind's power is crucial for anyone seeking to take control of their life. When we acknowledge the mind's capabilities, we realize that it can be our greatest ally or our most formidable adversary. At its core, the mind is responsible for our thoughts, which in turn shape our feelings and behaviors. Each day, we generate thousands of thoughts, many of which we may not even be consciously aware of. These thoughts can range from mundane observations about our surroundings to profound reflections on our purpose in life. However, what often goes unnoticed is the impact these thoughts have on our emotional well-being. For instance, a single negative thought can trigger a cascade of self-doubt, anxiety, or fear. Conversely, positive thoughts can cultivate feelings of joy, hope, and motivation. This highlights the importance of not only being aware of our thoughts, but also understanding their power over our emotional landscape. When we realize that our thoughts are not merely fleeting ideas, but potent forces that can shape our reality, we begin to grasp the necessity of controlling them. Consider the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies. When we believe something about ourselves, we often act in ways that make that belief a reality. If we think I'm not good enough, we may unconsciously sabotage our efforts to achieve our goals. On the other hand, when we affirm I am capable and deserving of success, we open ourselves to opportunities and take actions that align with that belief. Thus, the mind becomes a creator of our destiny. Understanding the mind's power also involves recognizing the difference between thoughts and reality. Often we conflate our thoughts with objective truth. This can lead to a distorted perception of reality where we believe that our thoughts define who we are and what we are capable of achieving. It's essential to remember that our thoughts are not facts. They are simply interpretations based on our experiences, conditioning, and emotions. By developing the ability to separate our thoughts from our self-identity, we gain the freedom to challenge and change them. This understanding paves the way for a transformative journey, one where we learn to question the validity of our thoughts. Techniques such as cognitive restructuring, which involves identifying negative thought patterns and reframing them into more constructive ones, can be particularly beneficial. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I always fail," you might challenge that by recalling past successes, no matter how small. By shifting your focus to evidence that contradicts negative beliefs, you begin to reshape your mindset. This process is not only empowering, but also essential for personal growth and resilience. Cultivating a deeper awareness of our thoughts allows us to observe them without judgment. This practice of mindfulness can create a buffer between stimulus and response, enabling us to respond to situations with intention rather than reaction. When faced with stress or adversity, we can pause and ask ourselves, "What am I thinking right now? Is this thought helping or hindering me?" This moment of reflection can lead to more balanced emotional responses and better decision-making. Moreover, understanding the mind's power encourages us to take proactive steps in our daily lives. By integrating mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling into our routines, we can enhance our ability to control our thoughts. These practices provide us with the tools to observe our mind's activity and cultivate a more centered and peaceful state of being. Over time, they can significantly alter our relationship with our thoughts, making us less reactive and more grounded. When we recognize the mind's power, we must also acknowledge the importance of self-compassion. The journey of mastering our thoughts is not always easy. It involves unlearning ingrained patterns and replacing them with healthier alternatives. There will be setbacks and moments of frustration, but treating ourselves with kindness and understanding is crucial. Self-compassion allows us to approach our thoughts with curiosity rather than judgment, fostering a more supportive inner dialogue. In essence, understanding the mind's power is the first step toward reclaiming control over our lives. By acknowledging that our thoughts shape our reality, we empower ourselves to take charge of our mental landscape. This journey requires awareness, practice, and patience, but it ultimately leads to greater emotional resilience and a more fulfilling life. So let us embark on this transformative path, knowing that the key to mastering our minds lies within us. Cultivating awareness and practicing mindfulness are fundamental steps toward mastering our thoughts and emotions. In a world that constantly demands our attention, where distractions are abundant, and the pace of life often feels overwhelming, developing a heightened sense of awareness can seem like a daunting task. However, understanding the power of mindfulness can lead to profound changes in our mental and emotional well-being. Awareness begins with the simple act of paying attention. It involves being fully present in the moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment or the need to change them. This practice encourages us to step back and become the observer of our mental landscape. When we engage in awareness, we can start to notice patterns in our thinking, what triggers negative thoughts, what brings us joy, and how our emotions fluctuate in response to various situations. This process of observation is crucial because it allows us to identify harmful thought patterns that may otherwise go unnoticed. Mindfulness, on the other hand, is the practice of being intentional about our awareness. It is a skill that requires consistent practice, but its benefits are immense. Through mindfulness, we learn to anchor ourselves in the present moment, creating a space where we can experience life as it unfolds. This practice involves focusing on our breath, sensations in our body, or even the sounds around us. By doing so, we create a mental environment where we can witness our thoughts without becoming entangled in them. One of the most powerful aspects of mindfulness is its ability to help us break the cycle of rumination, the repetitive, often negative thoughts that can consume our minds. When we find ourselves caught in a loop of worry or self-doubt, mindfulness offers us an alternative. It encourages us to acknowledge these thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. Instead of spiraling into anxiety, we can take a step back, observe our thoughts, and allow them to pass, much like clouds drifting across the sky. This practice empowers us to cultivate a sense of detachment from our thoughts, enabling us to choose our responses rather than react impulsively. Another significant benefit of mindfulness is its ability to enhance emotional regulation. By cultivating awareness of our emotional states, we can learn to identify when we are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or upset. This recognition is the first step toward managing these emotions more effectively. Instead of reacting out of frustration or fear, we can take a moment to breathe, center ourselves, and choose a more constructive response. For example, if we find ourselves feeling angry during a conflict, mindfulness can help us pause, breathe deeply, and reflect before we respond. This intentional pause can prevent us from saying something we might regret and allow us to approach the situation with a clearer mind. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives can take many forms. Simple practices such as mindful breathing or body scans can be done at any time, whether sitting at your desk, standing in line, or lying in bed. These exercises encourage us to focus on the present moment, grounding us and helping us reconnect with ourselves. Additionally, we can integrate mindfulness into routine activities. For example, while eating, we can take the time to savor each bite, fully experiencing the flavors and textures rather than rushing through our meal. This practice of mindful eating not only enhances our enjoyment of food, but also fosters a greater appreciation for the present moment. As we cultivate mindfulness, we may also find that it opens doors to greater self-discovery. The practice encourages us to explore our inner world, unveiling layers of our thoughts and emotions that we may not have been fully aware of. This self-exploration can be transformative, allowing us to identify the beliefs and assumptions that shape our behavior. By gaining insight into our motivations and fears, we can begin to challenge them, fostering personal growth and resilience. Mindfulness has been shown to have numerous benefits for mental health. Research indicates that regular mindfulness practice can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, enhance focus and concentration, and improve overall well-being. As we learn to navigate our thoughts and emotions with greater skill, we create a foundation for a healthier, more balanced life. Ultimately, cultivating awareness and mindfulness is an ongoing journey, one that requires patience and commitment. There will be days when it feels challenging, and the chaos of life threatens to overwhelm us. However, the key is to approach this practice with self-compassion. Rather than striving for perfection, we can embrace the idea that each moment of awareness is a step in the right direction. In conclusion, the cultivation of awareness and mindfulness is a powerful practice that can transform our relationship with our thoughts and emotions. By learning to observe our mental landscape without judgment and anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we empower ourselves to respond thoughtfully to life's challenges. This journey of self-discovery and emotional mastery is not only beneficial for our own well-being, but also enriches our relationships and interactions with others. So let us embark on this journey of awareness, knowing that each mindful moment brings us closer to mastering our minds and living more fulfilling lives. Challenging negative thoughts is a crucial step in the journey toward mental mastery and emotional resilience. Our minds have an incredible ability to generate thoughts, but unfortunately, many of these thoughts can be negative and self-defeating. The way we think about ourselves and our situations can significantly influence our emotions and behaviors, often leading us down a path of despair, anxiety, or inadequacy. Recognizing this tendency is the first step in learning how to counteract it effectively. Negative thoughts often manifest as a critical inner voice, one that undermines our self-confidence and instills doubt. This inner critic can make us feel unworthy or incapable, feeding a cycle of negativity that can be hard to break. For example, when faced with a challenge, instead of feeling motivated or inspired, we might hear thoughts like, "I'll never be able to do this," or "I always fail." These beliefs not only diminish our motivation, but can also paralyze us, preventing us from taking necessary action. Therefore, it becomes essential to challenge and reframe these thoughts before they take root in our minds. The process of challenging negative thoughts begins with awareness. By becoming attuned to our internal dialogue, we can start to identify when negative thoughts arise. This practice involves tuning into the subtle cues in our minds, recognizing the triggers that lead to these negative thoughts, and taking note of the feelings that accompany them. By observing our thought patterns without judgment, we can create a mental space that allows us to address these thoughts constructively. Once we become aware of our negative thoughts, we can begin the process of questioning their validity. A helpful technique is to ask ourselves, is this thought based on fact, or is it simply my perception? For instance, if you think, "I'm not good enough for this job," take a moment to evaluate the evidence for and against that thought. Reflect on your skills, experiences, and accomplishments. Often, when we scrutinize these thoughts, we realize they are not based on solid evidence, but rather on fears or insecurities. This realization can be incredibly liberating, as it empowers us to take control of our mindset. Another effective strategy for challenging negative thoughts is cognitive restructuring. This technique involves reframing our negative beliefs into more positive and empowering statements. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm terrible at public speaking," you can reframe that thought as, "I am improving my public speaking skills every time I practice." This shift in perspective not only alters your internal dialogue, but also helps you approach situations with a more constructive mindset. It's vital to cultivate a sense of self-compassion as we challenge our negative thoughts. Often we can be our own worst critics, which can further perpetuate feelings of inadequacy. Instead of approaching our thoughts with harsh judgment, we can practice self-compassion by treating ourselves as we would treat a friend facing similar struggles. Remind yourself that it's okay to have imperfections and that everyone has moments of doubt. By adopting a compassionate stance, we create an environment where it's easier to challenge negative thoughts without fear of additional self-criticism. The impact of challenging negative thoughts can extend far beyond our mental well-being. When we actively work to counteract negativity, we often find that our emotional resilience strengthens. We become more adept at handling stressors and setbacks, viewing them as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. This shift in perspective can lead to a more positive outlook on life and improved relationships with others. When we feel better about ourselves, we are more likely to engage positively with those around us, fostering a supportive network that can help reinforce our newfound mindset. Incorporating practices such as journaling can further enhance our ability to challenge negative thoughts. Writing down our thoughts provides an opportunity to externalize them, allowing us to analyze and reflect on them more objectively. By seeing our thoughts in black and white, we can identify patterns, evaluate their accuracy, and reframe them more easily. Journaling can also serve as a powerful tool for tracking our progress as we work to replace negative thoughts with more positive affirmations. Seeking support from others can play a significant role in challenging negative thoughts. Talking to a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist can provide valuable perspectives and insights. Sometimes an outside viewpoint can help us see our situations more clearly and remind us of our strengths. Additionally, sharing our struggles can create a sense of community, reinforcing the idea that we are not alone in our battles against negative thinking. Challenging negative thoughts is an ongoing practice that requires dedication and persistence. While it may feel uncomfortable at first, the rewards are profound. As we become more skilled at identifying and reframing our negative thoughts, we foster a mindset of empowerment and resilience. This process not only enhances our mental health, but also enriches our lives, allowing us to pursue our goals with greater confidence and enthusiasm. In conclusion, the journey of challenging negative thoughts is essential for anyone looking to reclaim control over their mind and emotions. By cultivating awareness, questioning the validity of our thoughts, practicing cognitive restructuring, and embracing self-compassion, we can dismantle the negative narratives that hold us back. This practice opens the door to a more fulfilling and empowered life, where we can embrace challenges and approach each day with a renewed sense of possibility. So let us commit to this journey of transformation, knowing that the power to change our minds lies within us. Embracing positive affirmations is a transformative practice that can significantly impact our mindset and overall well-being. At its core, the concept of positive affirmations revolves around the idea that our thoughts shape our reality. When we consistently engage in self-affirming statements, we begin to alter the negative narratives we often tell ourselves, paving the way for a more empowering and optimistic outlook on life. This process, while seemingly simple, can lead to profound changes in how we perceive ourselves and our circumstances. Creating personalized affirmations is a vital aspect of this practice. While generic affirmations can be helpful, tailoring them to our specific needs and aspirations makes them more impactful. Take the time to reflect on the areas of your life where you feel doubt or insecurity. Are there goals you wish to achieve? Are there negative beliefs you hold about yourself? Identifying these areas allows you to construct affirmations that resonate deeply with you. For example, if you struggle with public speaking, an affirmation might be, "I speak confidently and effectively, and my voice deserves to be heard." This affirmation not only addresses specific fear, but also empowers you to approach public speaking with a more positive mindset. Consistency is key when it comes to the practice of positive affirmations. It's not enough to simply recite affirmations once in a while. They need to be integrated into our daily routines to effect lasting change. Establishing a regular practice, whether it's in the morning, during a lunch break, or before bed, can help solidify these affirmations in our minds. Many people find it beneficial to create a morning ritual that includes reciting affirmations aloud while looking in the mirror. This practice fosters a deeper connection with the affirmations, reinforcing the belief that they are true. The act of speaking affirmations aloud also engages our senses and emotions, further embedding these positive messages into our subconscious. Writing down affirmations can be an effective way to reinforce their power. Keeping a dedicated journal for your affirmations allows you to revisit them regularly, creating a tangible reminder of your intentions. You might choose to write affirmations that align with specific goals such as health, relationships, career aspirations, or personal growth. Each time you write or read these affirmations, you create an opportunity to connect with your aspirations and visualize the life you desire. Visualization is another potent tool that can enhance the effectiveness of affirmations. As you recite your affirmations, take a moment to visualize what it would feel like to embody those statements fully. Picture yourself in situations where you are confident, successful, and happy. This practice of visualization reinforces the belief that these affirmations are not only possible but also attainable. The more vividly you can imagine your success and the emotions that accompany it, the more real and achievable your affirmations will feel. It's essential to approach the practice of positive affirmations with patience and self-compassion. Change takes time, and while you may not see immediate results, consistency is crucial. Allow yourself to feel any discomfort that may arise when challenging negative thoughts or beliefs. Sometimes it can be difficult to believe positive affirmations, especially if you have spent years internalizing negativity. Acknowledge these feelings, but do not let them deter you from your practice. With time, your mind will begin to adapt, and those affirmations will resonate more deeply. Surrounding yourself with positivity can enhance the power of affirmations. Engage in environments, communities, and relationships that uplift and inspire you. Share your affirmations with friends or family who can support your journey, creating a network of encouragement. By fostering positive interactions and connections, you reinforce the belief that you are capable and worthy of love and success. The impact of positive affirmations extends beyond personal growth. They can also influence how we interact with others. As we cultivate a positive self-image, we are more likely to approach relationships with kindness, empathy, and confidence. This shift not only benefits our mental health, but also creates a ripple effect in our interactions, fostering a more supportive and loving environment for ourselves and those around us. Embracing positive affirmations is about reclaiming our power. It's about recognizing that we have the ability to shape our thoughts and beliefs, leading to a more fulfilling and joyful life. As we consciously choose to affirm our worth, capabilities, and potential, we cultivate resilience against the challenges we face. This practice becomes a tool for self-empowerment, enabling us to overcome obstacles and embrace our true selves. In conclusion, the journey of embracing positive affirmations is a vital component of mastering our minds. By creating personalized affirmations, practicing consistency, visualizing our success, and fostering supportive environments, we can transform our internal dialogue and beliefs. This process is not just about positive thinking, it is a profound shift that can lead to lasting changes in our lives. So let us commit to this practice, knowing that the words we speak to ourselves can shape our realities and empower us to live our best lives. Cultivating a growth mindset is a powerful approach that can profoundly impact our ability to control our minds and achieve our aspirations. A growth mindset, as opposed to a fixed mindset, is the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through dedication, hard work, and perseverance. This perspective fosters a love for learning and resilience, allowing us to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to avoid. The journey toward cultivating a growth mindset requires intentional effort, self-reflection, and a willingness to embrace change. The first step in cultivating a growth mindset is recognizing and challenging the fixed beliefs we hold about ourselves and our capabilities. Often we unconsciously adopt limiting beliefs that hinder our growth. For example, we may think, "I am just not good at math," or "I'll never be able to learn a new language." These statements reflect a fixed mindset, suggesting that our abilities are static and unchangeable. To cultivate a growth mindset, we must consciously challenge these thoughts and replace them with empowering beliefs. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," we can shift our perspective to, "I can improve with practice and effort." This simple reframe opens the door to possibility and growth, encouraging us to take action rather than retreating in fear. Embracing challenges is another critical aspect of developing a growth mindset. Many of us instinctively shy away from difficult tasks, fearing failure or judgment. However, challenges are opportunities for growth and self-discovery. When we step outside of our comfort zones, we engage in experiences that stretch our abilities and help us learn. It's essential to view challenges not as threats, but as valuable opportunities to develop resilience and strength. For instance, if you're faced with a project at work that seems daunting rather than avoiding it, embrace it as a chance to learn new skills and enhance your expertise. Approaching challenges with curiosity and an open mind can transform our experiences and lead to unexpected breakthroughs.